We all encounter situations where we need to have a tough conversation, whether it's at work, with friends, or with family. These moments can feel intimidating, but learning how to handle them is a valuable skill. In this video, we'll explore practical steps to approach difficult conversations with confidence and empathy. From preparation to follow-up, you'll discover strategies that help you communicate clearly, manage emotions, and reach positive outcomes. Let's begin by understanding why these conversations are so challenging and what's at stake when we avoid them. Difficult conversations are tough because they often involve strong emotions, conflicting interests, or sensitive topics. We might worry about hurting someone's feelings, damaging relationships, or facing backlash. Sometimes we fear being misunderstood or not knowing how to express ourselves. Recognizing these challenges is the first step toward handling them better. By understanding what makes these talks difficult, we can prepare ourselves mentally and emotionally for what's ahead. Avoiding difficult conversations might seem easier in the short term, but it often leads to bigger problems later. Unresolved issues can build resentment, misunderstandings, and mistrust. Over time, relationships may suffer, and small problems can turn into major conflicts. Facing these conversations head-on, even when uncomfortable, is key to maintaining healthy connections and preventing issues from escalating. Preparation is crucial before entering a difficult conversation. Take time to clarify your goals. What do you hope to achieve? Reflect on your feelings and try to understand the other person's perspective. Anticipate possible reactions and plan how you'll respond. This mental preparation helps you stay calm and focused, making it easier to communicate effectively when the moment arrives. Timing can make a big difference in how a conversation unfolds. Choose a moment when both you and the other person are calm and not distracted. Avoid bringing up sensitive topics when emotions are running high or when either of you is stressed or rushed. A thoughtful approach to timing sets the stage for a more productive and respectful exchange. The environment where you have a difficult conversation matters. Choose a private, comfortable setting where you won't be interrupted. This helps both parties feel safe to express themselves honestly. A neutral location can also reduce tension and make it easier to focus on the issue at hand rather than external distractions. Begin the conversation by showing empathy. Acknowledge the other person's feelings and let them know you care about their perspective. This doesn't mean you have to agree, but it shows respect and opens the door to honest dialogue. Simple phrases like, "I understand this might be difficult," can go a long way in building trust and reducing defensiveness. When expressing your thoughts, use I statements instead of you statements. For example, say, "I feel concerned when deadlines are missed," rather than "you always miss deadlines." This approach focuses on your feelings and experiences, reducing the chance of the other person feeling blamed or attacked. It encourages a more open and constructive conversation. Clarity is essential in difficult conversations. Clearly state the issue and provide specific examples rather than generalizations. This helps the other person understand exactly what you're concerned about and why. Avoid vague language or assumptions, and stick to the facts as much as possible. Active listening is a powerful tool in any conversation, especially tough ones. Give the other person your full attention, make eye contact, and avoid interrupting. Show that you're listening by nodding or using brief verbal acknowledgments. Reflect back what you've heard to confirm understanding. This demonstrates respect and helps prevent misunderstandings. It's natural to feel strong emotions during difficult conversations. The key is to recognize your feelings and manage them constructively. Take deep breaths, pause if needed, and stay focused on the issue rather than personal attacks. If you feel overwhelmed, it's okay to suggest a short break before continuing. Respect is the foundation of any productive conversation. Even if you disagree, avoid insults, sarcasm, or raising your voice. Treat the other person as you'd like to be treated. Maintaining respect keeps the conversation constructive and increases the chances of finding a solution. It's normal for people to see things differently. Acknowledge that your perspectives may not always align, and that's okay. Expressing openness to other viewpoints can reduce defensiveness and foster mutual understanding. Sometimes, simply agreeing to disagree is the healthiest outcome. Look for areas where you and the other person agree, even if they're small. Finding common ground helps build rapport and makes it easier to work through disagreements. Shared goals or values can serve as a foundation for resolving the issue together. Encourage dialogue by asking open-ended questions. Instead of yes or no queries, try questions that invite explanation, such as, "Can you tell me more about how you feel?" This approach helps uncover underlying concerns and shows that you value the other person's input. Throughout the conversation, take time to clarify and summarize what's been said. This ensures both parties are on the same page and helps prevent misunderstandings. You might say, "So what I'm hearing is," or "Let me make sure I understand." These small steps can make a big difference in communication. It's easy to get stuck on problems, but focusing on solutions is more productive. Ask, what can we do to move forward? Or how can we resolve this together? Keeping the conversation future-oriented helps both parties feel empowered and motivated to find common ground. At the end of the conversation, agree on clear next steps. This could be a specific action, a follow-up meeting, or simply a commitment to reflect on what's been discussed. Having a plan ensures accountability and shows that both parties are committed to making progress. Following up after a difficult conversation is important. Check in with the other person to see how they're feeling and whether any agreed-upon actions have been taken. This reinforces your commitment to the relationship and helps address any lingering concerns. Sometimes emotions can become overwhelming during a difficult conversation. If things get heated, it's okay to pause and take a break. Suggest resuming the discussion later when both parties have had time to cool down. This prevents escalation and allows for a more thoughtful exchange. It's common for people to become defensive during tough talks. If you notice defensiveness, try to stay calm and avoid reacting with frustration. Reassure the other person that your goal is to understand, not to attack. Sometimes, simply acknowledging their feelings can help lower defenses. Receiving criticism in a difficult conversation can be tough. Try to listen without interrupting and avoid taking it personally. Ask clarifying questions if needed, and thank the other person for their honesty. Use criticism as an opportunity to learn and grow, rather than as a personal attack. If you realize you've made a mistake or hurt someone's feelings, don't hesitate to apologize. A sincere apology can go a long way in repairing trust and moving the conversation forward. Take responsibility for your actions and express genuine regret. It's important to know your boundaries and communicate them clearly. If a conversation becomes disrespectful or crosses a line, it's okay to end it or set limits. Protecting your well-being is just as important as resolving the issue at hand. Difficult conversations can be emotionally draining. Afterward, take time to care for yourself. This might mean talking to a friend, going for a walk, or simply taking a few deep breaths. Self-care helps you process your emotions and recharge for future interactions. After a tough conversation, reflect on what went well and what could be improved. Consider how you handled your emotions, communicated your points, and listened to the other person. Learning from each experience helps you become more skilled at handling future conversations. If you're struggling with a particularly challenging conversation, don't hesitate to seek support. Talk to a trusted friend, mentor, or professional for advice and perspective. Sometimes, an outside viewpoint can help you see things more clearly and prepare more effectively. Like any skill, handling difficult conversations gets easier with practice. Start with smaller, less emotional topics and gradually work your way up. Over time, you'll build confidence and develop your own style for navigating tough talks. Cultural backgrounds can influence how people approach difficult conversations. Be mindful of differences in communication styles, values, and expectations. Showing cultural sensitivity demonstrates respect and helps avoid misunderstandings. Nonverbal cues like body language, facial expressions, and tone of voice play a big role in difficult conversations. Be aware of your own nonverbal signals and pay attention to the other person's as well. Positive body language can reinforce your words and help create a supportive atmosphere. In today's world, many difficult conversations happen over email, text, or video calls. Written communication lacks tone and body language, so be extra clear and considerate. If possible, choose video or phone calls for sensitive topics to reduce misunderstandings. Power dynamics can affect how comfortable people feel during tough talks. If you're in a position of authority, be mindful of how your words and actions might be perceived. Encourage open dialogue and reassure the other person that their perspective matters. Sometimes, difficult conversations involve more than two people. In group settings, it's important to set ground rules, ensure everyone has a chance to speak, and manage the flow of discussion. A neutral facilitator can help keep things on track and ensure fairness. If a conversation becomes too difficult to handle alone, consider seeking mediation. A neutral third party can help both sides communicate more effectively and find common ground. Mediation is especially helpful when emotions are high or when there's a history of conflict. Even small steps forward in a difficult conversation are worth recognizing. Celebrate progress, no matter how minor, and acknowledge the effort both sides have made. This positive reinforcement encourages continued openness and growth. Discomfort is a natural part of difficult conversations. Instead of avoiding it, try to embrace the discomfort as a sign of growth and learning. The more you practice, the more comfortable you'll become with navigating tough topics. Empathy is at the heart of every successful difficult conversation. By putting yourself in the other person's shoes, you can better understand their feelings and motivations. Empathy fosters connection, reduces conflict, and paves the way for meaningful solutions. Assertiveness means expressing your needs and opinions clearly and respectfully, while aggression involves forceful or hostile behavior. In difficult conversations, aim for assertiveness, stand up for yourself without putting others down. This balance leads to healthier, more productive interactions. Active listening is more than just hearing words. It's about fully engaging with the speaker, showing interest, and responding thoughtfully. This skill helps build trust and ensures both sides feel heard, which is crucial in tough conversations. Emotional intelligence is the ability to recognize, understand, and manage your own emotions and those of others. High emotional intelligence helps you navigate difficult conversations with greater self-awareness and empathy, leading to better outcomes. Conflict resolution is the process of addressing disagreements in a constructive way. It involves open communication, empathy, and a willingness to find solutions that work for everyone. Mastering these basics is essential for handling difficult conversations effectively. Giving and receiving feedback is a common source of difficult conversations. Use the sandwich technique. Start with something positive, address the issue, and end with encouragement. This approach makes feedback easier to accept and keeps the conversation constructive. One effective way to prepare for difficult conversations is through role-playing. Practice with a friend or mentor, taking turns playing different roles. This helps you anticipate challenges, refine your approach, and build confidence before the real conversation. Let's recap the key steps for handling difficult conversations. Prepare yourself, choose the right time and place, communicate clearly, listen actively, manage emotions, stay respectful, and focus on solutions. Remember, every conversation is an opportunity to strengthen relationships and grow as a communicator. Handling difficult conversations is a lifelong skill that gets better with practice and reflection. By applying these strategies, you'll be better equipped to face tough talks with confidence and compassion. Remember, the goal isn't to win, but to understand, connect, and find a way forward together.